What's good, YouTube family? Engineer Pat 5290 coming to you with October's Q&A responses part 1. We're going to start off with take username. We're going to work our way up through the questions. So let's go ahead and get off to a good start. If you were to join the military, which branch would you prefer to join? I don't know. Have you ever been in a mosh pit? No, I haven't. Any foreign music you like? I do like a little bit of Spanish music, especially if it's like pop where it's got a little groove to it. So I love anything that's got pop in, especially over there in Mexico and Spanish music. Do you like Renault, Volkswagen, or Volvo better? I like all three. Favorite British rail locomotive? I love their steam locomotives. Their steam locomotives are beautiful. Favorite Universal series of locomotives? The U-36B, Seaboard Coastline 1776 being the best one. Do you plan to see Star Wars when it comes out? I might do that. Might get me go back to the movies a little bit. Favorite brand of shoes? I like Converse, Vans, Merrell's, and Nike. Thoughts on the Nathan K3LP? It's a pretty horn. Favorite local railways? I like the Norfolk Portsmouth Beltline and the Commonwealth Railway here. I also like the Aberdeen and Rockfish down there in North Carolina. And one that I'm yet to film is the Aberdeen Carolina Western, or the ACWR. I'm really looking forward to filming that in the near future. So thank you, sir, for your questions. Cab Over Cody asked a few questions. What's your favorite brand of truck? I love Peterbilt's, Kenworth's, and some Freightliners. The oldest truck I've recorded, I have to go back in the footage. Favorite truck model for Kenworth, I have several favorite Kenworths: W900, T800, T600, and also a T660. For Peterbilt is a 379, 389, and also the 567. For Freightliner, it is the Classic XL. I also like a Freightliner Classic, as well as a Columbia and a Century. Favorite truck horn? I love most truck horns except the International ProStar squeaky horns. Favorite train horn? Leslie, it's the RS3L. For Nathan, it's the older ones is the P5. The newer one is the K5LLA. May I use some of your truck footage this winter for a Convoy music video? I will have to do some thinking on that one. And he's a new user, so welcome Cab Over Cody, and thank you for participating. I look forward to seeing you again. Stephen KC Railfan comes in with another round of questions. Thanks for coming back in, buddy. And thank you, Take Username, for your questions. Which European high-speed train is better, ICE or the British Intercity 125? German ICE train is what I like. Italian or Chinese food? Italian for the win. MKT or Chicago Northwestern? I like both because of their EMD fleets. MKT, for the most part, was all EMD. Thoughts on New Jersey Transit's 40th anniversary units? The 4109 is the best one. Which of the three Spirit units you like best from first to third? 3194, then 911, then 1776. All three are nice. Penn Central or the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy? Definitely the CB&Q for the win. SD40T-2 or the SD50? SD40T-2 for the win. Look better in the Southern Pacific paint. Least favorite Amtrak locomotive? I agree with you on that one. The SDP40Fs. White or blue tank cars? It doesn't matter the color to me as long as it's a tank car that's in service moving America's goods. Least favorite food? I don't like sushi, Chinese. German food is decent, but I don't like Chinese or sushi. Red or green hub group containers? I like both colors. CEFX AC44s or the City Rail ES44s. City Rail for the win. Santa Fe Super Chief, New York Central 20th Century Limit, or the Norfolk and Western Powhatan Hera. All three are awesome, but Santa Fe Super Chief is the top, Norfolk and Western the second, and NYC the third. Would you rather bring back an N&W Y6 or an Erie Tripleplex? Y6B for the win, because I love the N&W. Would you rather see the Norfolk and Western J's pull freight or passengers? Passengers for the win. Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania or the Virginia Museum of Transportation? Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania for the win, because they have not only a restoration shop there, they also have the Strasburg Railroad, and they have an active turntable over there, and they have a lot of good stuff over there. I love the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. So thank you, sir, for your questions. Hunter Evans and Brandon Wilson come in with a couple small list of questions. Thank you both for coming back. Glad to see you both. Hunter asks, what's your favorite piece of plastic truck? And he lists a couple of examples. My favorite piece of plastic is the Kenworth T680. And the truck that you least expect to have a train horn is a Freightliner Cascadia. So thank you, Hunter, for your questions. Braden asked a few questions. What's your favorite GE standard cab locomotive? Standard cab -8. Favorite EMD standard cab unit? SD40-2 for the GPs. It's the 38s and the 40-2s. Favorite locomotive from Conrail? Most any EMD locomotive with a standard cab. Favorite Norfolk Southern rebuild? ACUs, the SD40Es, and also the SD40-2 Admiral Cab upgrades. Favorite truck for Kenworth? All-time favorite, W900. So thank you, sir, for your questions. Next one is Virginia Railfan 67 comes in, a brand new user. Welcome, buddy. Favorite Alco for the freight locomotives is the RS3. For passenger, it was the Alco PA. Favorite train on the Norfolk District? I love most of the road trains, but my favorite all-time V-Series train is V07. Lasagna or spaghetti? I have to go with lasagna. Which of these lines would you like to live near? And he lists a few examples there. The Whitehorn, because it's on the N&W. Would you like the Norfolk District to get 100 or 300 series manifest? I really don't have a good answer for that one. It'd be nice to get some extra trains, but the 100 series are being mostly in the Carolinas. I don't know about the 300 series. The 300 series might also be in parts of Carolina. So, thank you, sir, for your questions. Amtrak fan 2115 has come in with another list of questions. Glad to see you've returned. And LJL Railyard comes in with a couple of questions. LJL Railyard asks, do you like subdivisions or district lines or steam and diesels? Steam and diesels, I like both. For subdivisions and subdivisions or districts, I just love rail lines in general. Amtrak 2115 comes in. Favorite West Coast train? Probably if it's passenger, it's the long distance Amtrak trains that run there. The Empire Builder and the California Zephyr. NS and favorite NS and UP heritage units. I love them all because they nailed them. Favorite Amtrak train on the East and West Coast. East Coast is the Auto Train. For West Coast, it's the Empire Builder. Opinion on the 60 retirement. This has been asked on several Q&As before. I really don't have an opinion. They're just worn out locomotives that just, they were just unreliable in the last maybe about year or so. So I have answered that question in previous Q&As, but to answer it again, it's whatever the railroad wants. So, favorite 484 Northern 462 Pacifics. There's not really a favorite I have, but I just love the locomotive in general. Favorite long distance Amtrak train, Auto Train on the East Coast, and the ones over there on the West Coast are the Empire Builder and the California Zephyr, as well as the Orient Express over there in England, just to name that one. Favorite commuter railroad from the West to the East Coast, I like on the East Coast, Virginia Railway Express or VRE. I also like MBTA, Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority. And of course, on the West Coast, it's the New Mexico Roadrunner. So this will conclude part 1. In part 2, we will pick it up with Standard Gauge Railroader. All right, we will see you guys in part 2.